With America reeling under his watch, this was a chance for Donald Trump to reset. He declared his first term a success, swinging hard at his opponent, calling Joe Biden a Trojan horse for socialism, an empty vessel to be exploited by the radical left. On the grounds of the White House, his supporters chanted for 4 more years. Outside the gates, hundreds vented their anger. A grand entrance fit for a king. The hallowed south lawn of the White House transformed into a political event, the likes of which America has never seen or allowed before. Complete with Trump branding and a 1,500-strong crowd, coronavirus be damned. Outside the steel fence, a very different crowd, demanding the president be turfed out of office. It served to underline the theme of the night, law and order.
We can have 4 more years of President Trump, or you can have no safety, no justice, and no peace.
A vote for Biden and the Democrats creates the risk that you will bring this lawlessness to your city, to your town, to your suburb.
But tonight was the Trump show.
Dad, people attack you for being unconventional, but I love you for being real, and I respect you for being effective.
My fellow Americans, tonight, with a heart full of gratitude and boundless optimism, I profoundly accept this nomination for President of the United States.
Pointing to his historic home, he taunted those who say he's unfit for office.
The fact is, we're here and they're not.
And lashed out at his political rival.
Biden is a Trojan horse for socialism.
Hours earlier, his opponents sought to keep the focus on the president's handling of the pandemic, which has killed more than 180,000 Americans.
Donald Trump's incompetence is nothing new. That has always been on full display. But in January of this year, it became deadly.
But the president declared his response a triumph.
We are meeting this challenge. We are delivering life-saving therapies, and will produce a vaccine before the end of the year, or maybe even sooner.
He brought a similar approach to the issue of black lives.
And I say very modestly that I have done more for the African-American community than any president since Abraham Lincoln.
And ended the night on brand.
We will make America stronger. We will make America prouder. And we will make America greater than ever before.
Donald Trump, always the showman, has pulled off a convention like no other. For those inside the Trump tent, it'll be seen as a triumph. For those in opposition, it'll be seen as an affront to the presidency itself, a rewriting of history entirely removed from reality. Donald Trump's searing rhetoric comes against the backdrop of growing concerns over racial injustice. The police shooting of Jacob Blake in Wisconsin has become another flashpoint. The streets of Kenosha have returned to an eerie calm. It's another traumatised city trying to get back on its feet. North America correspondent Kathryn is there.
We got babies dying. We got women dying.
This bruised and battered community hoped the turmoil was over. But for a 5th night, those grieving and angry took to the streets.
Maybe they need that to wake up and notice that they need to stop doing what they're doing, and maybe violence wouldn't be happening.
I'm sorry, but a person like Trump is not going to do, because he's sending these people here to hurt us, and he know that they're going to hurt us.
This small but vocal crowd have defied the city's curfew for a 4th night. They've marched around the government precinct and faced off with National Guard troops stationed outside. But so far, it's been peaceful.
Earlier in the day, shops and businesses across town boarded up, bracing for more trouble, trying to turn their defences into an expression of hope. A stark contrast to the crumbled ruins littering the city.
I was born here, raised my son here, and to see all this devastation is just, it's not Kenosha.
Here in the heart of Kenosha, this was a thriving car yard. Now it's reduced to rubble. Just one example of the collateral damage of the culture wars racking this country. Scott Carpenter lost his family business of 42 years. He watched it go up in flames via a live video stream on the internet.
This was just evil-hearted people wanting to destroy whatever they could. They know me, they don't know me. If they knew me, they probably wouldn't have done it. I don't think they would have.
We're not trying to start a race war. It's not about that. We're trying to bring people together, not tear them apart.
Some believe President Trump's stance on law and order is adding fuel to the fire.
I think it's a hot mess. I think it's the root of the problem, to give safe cover to racist voices.
Racism exists. It's alive and it's well. And it's a shame. It's just a shame.
This city is trying to get back on its feet, but the destruction fueled by the hurt and anger of the past week remains raw.
It's hard to know what all of this means for the election. If we're to believe the polls, the 45th president faces a steep uphill battle to secure a second term. But Donald Trump has proven his doubters wrong before.